So what's the possible distribution rate that we're going to receive for the month of September for CONY? So if you are investor of CONY, let's dive into the data and what is the distribution rate so far from this January 2025 up until August 2025. But before we dive into the data, and if you are new to this channel, thank you very much for dropping by. Welcome to Just Pinoy Investing. This is a group of investors who are already retired or who are really helping each other to grow our portfolio and achieve our early retirement. So I would really love if you could consider to subscribe to this channel so that you will be notified in my future videos posting. So let's go through the monthly dividend rate of CONY and the share price of Coinbase and how it actually affects the distribution rate every month for CONY. So let's start with January 7, 2025 distribution, which we know we received 83 cents. So the duration is from December 11 up to January 7. So if we look at Coinbase share price, December 11 is about $310, and then January 7, so from $310 to $294 or $285, so meaning the price actually of Coinbase went down during that month. So we can see that it drops the distribution rate from December last year up to January this year. With the 10% share price down from December 2024 to January 7, 2025, the distribution rate of CONY dropped by 37%. Now, let's go to February 2025 distribution rate. For the month of February, we have received $1.04. So, what's the price of Coinbase from January 7 to February 5? As we can see, the share price of Coinbase in January 7 is around $262 per share. And then the share price of Coinbase in February 5 is around $274 per share. So there's a fluctuation of about 4% from January to February 5 share price of Coinbase. So we can see that with the 4% increase of the share price, average increase of share price in Coinbase, the distribution rate of CONY for the month of February went up around 25% in the distribution rate. So in March 2025, the distribution rate is 59 cents per share. It's a significant drop from the previous month, which is approximately 43% down from February distribution rate. So what's the price volatility of Coinbase from February 5 to March 5? So we can see that the share price from February 5 is around 277 per share, and the share price of Coinbase went down to around $223 per share in March 5. So it's approximately 19% price drop during this month. With around 19% drop in the Coinbase price, the distribution rate of CONY dropped about 43% in the distribution value. For the month of April, we have received twice of the distribution of the dividends from CONY. So in April 2nd, we have received around 43 cents per share. So this is approximately 27% price drop from March 5th. And then in April 30, 2025, we have received 65 cents per share, which is an increase from the first distribution in the month of April. So let's take a look what's the price volatility of Coinbase during those months. So from March 5th, the share price of Coinbase is around $222 per share. And then the share price of Coinbase in April 2nd is about $184 per share. So it's a 17% price reduction during this period. And we can see that with that 17% price reduction, the distribution rate also dropped about 27%. Now, since we have a second dividend distribution for the month of April, we need to sum up the total distribution rate. So, fortunately, there's a good price fluctuation from April 2nd to April 30th. So, April 2nd, it's about $184 per share, and then up to April 30th, the price went up to around $204 per share. So it's an average of 10% increase from the share price, and with that 10% increase between April 2nd and April 30th, we can see that the price in the distribution rate went up approximately 51%. So in total, we have received $1.08 per share for the month of April, which is really good for the investors of CONY. Now for the month of May 2025, we have received around 73 cents per share of distribution rate, and this is approximately 12% increase from the previous month. So what's the price volatility of Coinbase during the month of April and May? The share price of Coinbase in April 30 is about $204 per share. And then in May 2028, we can see that the share price of Coinbase went up around $253 per share. So it's approximately an average of 25% price increase between April 30 and May 28. So with that 25% of price increase in Coinbase, we are actually getting 12% more of distribution rate for the month of May from previous month. So for the month of June 2025, we have received 53 cents per share of CONY in terms of dividends distribution rate. As we can see, it's approximately 27% down from the month of May. So this is very interesting because if we take a look at the price fluctuation of Coinbase between May 28, and June 25. May 28, it's about $254 per share, and it gradually went up to about $352 or $353 per share. So it's an 41% price increase during this period, but we have received 53 cents per share, which is approximately 27% down. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think is the factors or the reason why the price or the distribution rate of CNY went down for the month of June, although the price fluctuation of Coinbase went up around 41% for the month of June. So in July 2025, we have received 79 cents per share of the dividends, which is approximately 49% increase from the month of June. So let's take a look what's the price volatility of Coinbase between June 25 and July 23. So June 25, the share price of Coinbase is about $355 per share, and then it gradually went up in July 23 about $397 per share. So there's a 11% to 12% price increase between this period. But that 11% price increase in Coinbase give us around 49% of distribution rate for the month of July. Now for the most recent month of our dividends, in August 2025, we have received about 34 cents per share for CONY, which is a significant drop from the previous month, approximately 56% down from July. So what's the price volatility of Coinbase from July 23 up to August 20? So we can see that the share price of Coinbase in July 23 is about $397 per share, and it went down around $304 per share in August 20. So it's 23% price drop between this duration. So with that 23% of the price drop in Coinbase, it significantly impact our distribution rate for the month of August. Now, let me know, guys, in the comment below, what do you think is the potential share price of CONY or CONY for the upcoming September 19th dividend distribution? What's the potential distribution rate that we're going to receive for September 19th, 2025? So let's take a look in the price fluctuation of Coinbase from August 20, which is about $304 per share. And as of date, the price of Coinbase is about $299 per share, but there's a fluctuation in August 22nd of about $319 per share. And by just looking into the past historical data, we can see that there's a 4% price increase between August 20 and August 22nd. Of course, we don't know how yieldmax is managing their um, operation in terms of how to capture the gains between these fluctuations, and also it will depend still what will be the fluctuation of the share price of Coinbase within this week. So I believe that this is a critical week for the CONY distribution rate for the September 19th dividends. Um, it depends whether the share price will have a significant uptrend or share price for this week, then that could make difference in terms of the distribution rate for the September 19th. So just in my own approximate, of course, this is not a financial advice. We are just trying to analyze the data based on the historical value of CONY in terms of distribution rate, but feel free to share your thoughts, your own calculation on how do you come up with the potential distribution rate for the month of September. So with the 4% increase so far in the volatility, my I would say guesstimate for the month of September, it will just we will possibly able to receive about 25 cents and 40 cents for the month of September. So again, my guesstimate based on the historical data, if the price of Coinbase will continue to drop even until within this week, and it will not have a significant price increase, we will be able to receive about 25 cents up to 40 cents per share for the month of September. So let me know, guys, what's your potential or estimate of the share price of so let me know, guys, what's your estimate distribution rate for the month of September based on the fluctuation of the price of Coinbase. So we were able to see the historical data of CONY from January up to August this year, and we're also able to give our estimate for potential distribution rate for the month of September. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and again, if you are new to my channel, I would really love if you will subscribe so that you can see this type of analysis and historical data presentation for some other yieldmax ETFs that I'm going to uh, post in my next videos. And if you are my existing subscribers, thank you very much for always following the channel, and I appreciate you engaging in some of my videos, sharing your own thoughts, sharing your personal goals in terms of the retirement, and sharing your portfolio strategies, how many shares of ETFs from yieldmax you have. Thank you very much for keep engaging, and I hope we will be able to achieve our financial goals and retire early as our ultimate goal for this channel. So thank you very much again for watching, guys. We'll talk to you in my next video.